there are people who will say that Jesus said to turn the other cheek and not to resist wickedness and evil when confronted with violence. Now, there's some truth to that. If you're witnessing and preaching the gospel, you may be martyred. That's what happened to the disciples. But they were overwhelmed by a force greater than themselves. They wouldn't have been able to defend themselves anyway. They would have been martyred. And this is ultimately not talking about our right to self-defense in our own houses, in our own homes, or about somebody coming up to you randomly and accosting you on the streets. This is talking about something else entirely. So let's look at Matthew 5, and let's see what Jesus was talking about when he said to turn the other cheek. So Matthew 5, starting at verse 38. Matthew 5:38. Ye have heard that it hath been said, an eye for an eye, and a tooth for a tooth. But I say unto you, that ye resist not evil, but whosoever shall smite thee on thy right cheek, turn to him the other also. And if any man will sue thee at the law, and take away thy coat, let him have thy cloak also. And whosoever shall compel thee to go a mile, go with him twain. Give to him that asketh thee, and from him that would borrow of thee, turn not thou away. Ye have heard that it hath been said, thou shalt love thy neighbor and hate thine enemy. But I say unto you, love your enemies. Bless them that curse you. Do good to them that hate you. And pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you, that ye may be the children of your Father which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. For if ye love them which love you, what reward have ye? Do not even the publicans the same? And if ye salute your brethren only, what do ye more than others? Do not even the publicans so? Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect. And I wanted to read this within its whole context, the whole 10 verses surrounding that, because a lot of people will just say, Jesus said turn the other cheek, and they don't read the whole passage. And if you notice, what really sticks out to me in this passage, when read within its context, is that this is all about personal relationships with other people. It's not talking about, self-defense in any way, shape, or form. What it is talking about is personal enemies, personal vendettas, personal vengeance towards those who we perceive to be our enemies. In this life, we get into disputes with people from time to time. And often it's with our own brothers, with our own families, with our own friends, with our own neighbors. And Jesus is addressing that kind of relationship. He's addressing relations with our fellow man. He's not saying, if somebody comes and if somebody's trying to rape your wife, or somebody's trying to harm your children or molest them, that you should just do nothing about it and turn the other cheek. He's talking about a slap in the face. So if we're to turn the other cheek in that kind of a scenario, that would be evil. And God is not evil. A slap on the cheek is metaphorical of personal offenses. That's what a slap on the cheek means. It's, if I come up to Daryl and I slap him on the face, that's a personal insult to Daryl. That's what that would be. It's not talking about, physical violence, that, killing people or harming people. And what Jesus was saying was that he wants us to take our personal animosities to higher ground. Proverbs 25:26 says, a righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain and a corrupt spring. What that means is that someone who fails to stand up to the wicked is a broken fountain or a corrupt spring that doesn't work anymore. Read that again. A righteous man falling down before the wicked is as a troubled fountain and a corrupt spring. It's saying he's useless. He doesn't function as he should. He's broken. He's not good to anyone if you bow down before the wicked. That's the pacifist idea, is to just bow down before the wicked. But the Bible says that spring or that fountain is broken and corrupt. And so we need to be aware of the whole Bible and not just that one passage. Proverbs 24:10-12 also talks about defending others. It's not only defending ourselves, but we're commanded to defend others that we see are facing danger. So look at Proverbs 24, starting at verse 10. If thou faint in the day of adversity, thy strength is small. If thou forbear to deliver them that are drawn unto death, and those that are ready to be slain, if thou sayest, Behold, we knew it not, doth not he that pondereth the heart consider it? And he that keepeth thy soul, doth not he know it? And shall not he render to every man according to his works? So this is saying, the Bible is saying, that if you fail to defend others who are facing violence, God will judge you and reward you or punish you accordingly.